Welcome back, everybody. It's your host of the most here, Starborn Feline, picking up with the next episode of Reverse 1999. I was about to say back with Black Myth Wukong for some. I've been playing a lot of that game for a while, and I actually finished it up and have the video scheduled. Funny enough, they actually go up just right up until the release of Digimon, the new Digimon game. Time Strangers. I was gonna say Cyber Sword for some reason, but that's not right. The new Digimon Time Stranger game. So I'm excited for that, obviously. But anyway, we are gonna be playing the next part of the collab event into the Dark Arano. I'm hoping I pronounced that right, otherwise it sounds very offensive. The tree that bears sweet and sour pears can never produce sweet figs. Actually, surprisingly not true. Weird fact about plants: it is very possible to graph weird. Yeah, it's a weird fact I learned. With certain trees, if they're compatible enough, pears. I believe pears and figs are close enough that this would work. But you can actually graft certain branches of a different tree onto each other, and they will actually bear really fruit. Now, depending on, like I said, it does depend on the type of tree and how compatible it is with the fruit you're trying to get, but pears and figs are close enough that they should work technically, weirdly enough. Another weird combination I've heard that apparently works is it's a bit more, you have to basically grow them next to each other, like in the same pot basically, but apparently watermelon pumpkins, if you grow them together from seedlings in the same pot and then graft them together, will actually produce huge fruit. Mainly watermelons, but like I don't know how true that is. It seemed very sketchy to me. Like so, the source seemed very sketchy. So I take that with a huge grain of salt. But anyway, moving on.
They sang and danced to the heretics' music. Then they cut their wrists to shed blood, mixed it with air and soil, and painted the mixture on the wall. The air smelled strange. I started to laugh and dance just like they did. Blood on the wall, reborn from the ashes. Blood on the wall, reborn from the tears. Blood on the wall, reborn from the flesh. What? Buonasera?
Blood on the wall. I am reborn.
Ah!
What's wrong, Mr. Leonardo? I was only reading the rest of the spell. Oh, I get it. You were having fun reading those horror stories all alone. I understand. I do love a good ghost story.
You might have considered knocking me, Signorina.
Mr. Leonardo! Mr. Leonardo! Mr. Leonardo! I called your name 3 times in a row, but no one answered. How could could you be so rude as to ignore your patroness? Oh, I didn't mean to scare you, but Miss Sotheby has no time to waste.
Miren Cresce, I've been entranced in the words. It's a record of the Compliners ritual. The author claims to have been part of it and escaped alive.
The ones you've mentioned before? That nasty group of gremlins that used to meet in the cathedral in secret?
See, they are also the ones who have secreted away the relics that Ezio is searching for. My messenger must have told you why I invited you to come by. Your father just confiscated some manuscripts.
Oh, I think you're mistaken. Mr. Domenico is not my father, though I am very grateful for his help.
He's not your father? But I was certain that you were introduced as such.
It's a long story. I was wandering around the palazzo when some gentlemen arrived. As I recall, they were all members of the Decem Weary. One of them was Mr. Domenico. All of a sudden, he rushed up to me and asked if I was his daughter. He said that I had gone missing many years ago.
No offense, mia signorina, but that sounds a little like how they kidnap children in Santa Croce.
Thank you for the reminder, Mr. Leonardo. But Sotheby is a mature young lady who can protect herself. After all, I'm standing here talking to you in one piece. Anyway, he started crying about the garden he had built for her, and how it had all the rarest plants he could find. He even said he had Tahitian bridal veil, Egyptian privet, and devil's tree. So...
Fortuna certainly seems to be on your side. Now, did he give you the manuscripts? I can't imagine he would say no to his long-lost daughter.
Ta-da! Miss Sotheby already took the liberty of checking them all. This one is well crafted and has the most details. It was confiscated from a book merchant. He said... It has a silk cover, tempera painting, and gilded edges. Buy it now, and I'll throw in a free collection of Dante's poetry. Incipe menelios micum mea tibia versus. How was that? Miss Sotheby has been practicing her Latin.
Brava! Your father would be moved to tears if he heard that.
Now that I've given you a hand, could you...
Don't tell me you want to join.
That's right! Please let me join in your adventure. Take me to the cathedral with you.
Mi rincresce, mia signorina, but this is not the sort of adventure suitable for a young woman. I barely survived my own encounter with the Templars. Don't presume that they will show you mercy simply because you are a nobleman's daughter. Mia signorina, I'm sorry, but I could never forgive myself if I let you be hurt. Whatever adventure awaits us at Il Duomo, I do not believe it will be fun.
There's no need to worry. Miss Sotheby can protect herself, and more than just that. I can make potions, aid in teamwork, research critters, read Latin, give orders, and even fight any villains we may find. Just let me prove it.
Testing. Testing. There we go. Me and my big fingers, I'm always hitting stuff randomly. But I was gonna say, it's a delight when Sotheby's on screen. Please forgive me, meow, señorita, señoria. This is mentioned, it's not made to fight you, but I guess I don't have a choice. Show yourself, water machine. It's only a few gears away from completion. The most important gears, to be precise. I'll complete the installation in a few minutes. You'll have to stay, Miss Senora. Like a mechanical device. Sounds like you can use a little sabotage.
What's this? Ah, it seems to be mixed up.
I wasn't saying,
It should be
but
fine,
yeah,
right?
it's well, Sophie does have the right what's the word I'm looking for? The right gumption, I guess,
What's that?
that she could fool someone like Leonardo into thinking she is a nobleman's daughter. Given that her family was
It seems to be mixed up. It should be fine,
was really
right?
wealthy back in the 1920s. It's not surprising that he makes that kind of assumption that she is someone of noble birth, given how she was raised. Funnily enough, apparently there's this channel on YouTube. I gotta look it up. I want to start doing this little thing where I highlight little minor creators. But someone who on YouTube who actually looked into some of the
I know what this
history behind
is.
some of the characters and their designs. And there was actually, I believe, a small company where the Sotheby's character was based on. They did everything from what's it called? They basically did everything from basic papers and office supplies to machinery, some like machinery and stuff like that, and basically turned a pretty profit before the stock market crashed. So the fact that everybody's based on something like that is not surprising. Similarly, fun fact, Drew III, who not relevant to this video, but she was heavily based on a famous toy company who specialized in making wooden toys. Again, they kind of crashed and burned after Russia managed to artificially inflate the price of certain woods, specifically the ones they used in their toy production. So they unfortunately, well, went under. But enough about that.
This is my best formula. This is the gift, well prepared for you. Typhon won't give up his friends. Neither will Sotheby.
Well, Miss Jose always told me not to celebrate too quickly. Oh no, my war machine, it broke down!
I've already said that Sotheby doesn't need a bodyguard.
I kind of wish that that dress was her first ascension. Or her final ascension, not the plain one, not the kind of like little, I would call it almost sleepwear she's wearing in her final ascension, but anyway. Onward and upwards.
Hooray! My screaming roots and Popeye slime worked.
Calm down, Signorina. All right. Please, have mercy. You can join us. You've more than proved your ability. Ouch! Who could this be?
It seems like I've missed a party.
Ezio! MR.ApPle! I knew you would get rid of those Templars. Oh, and you've even brought us a new friend.
Good evening, Mr. Leonardo. I've heard a lot about you on my way here. That lady behind you.
Burton! You're finally here. Have you any idea what I've been through? Miss Sotheby had to attend classes and even study Latin. My teachers were even stricter than Mr. Carson.
I'm so glad I finally found you, Sotheby.
I wish they would give like I wish that was like more permanent dress that Sotheby will get. Let's see. Practical geometry, veiled in sunlight, standing on the moon, wearing a crown of 12 stars, her ascension approaches. My Italian accent's awful, I'm sorry.
I see. Each of us seems to have had our own adventures after we arrived. How interesting and wonderfully fun.
So, then we each arrived here in the stage. I mean, in Florence, at different times. How odd. As far as this apple recalls, the instruction book didn't mention anything about that.
So then you and your friends came here on a sort of pilgrimage. Was it a journey of discovery, or is it simply that you wish to see the beauty of Firenze?
It was only supposed to be a quick journey, but something happened along the way. Accidents, murders, and now the threat of an all-out war.
Again, I'm sorry, but we're in need of your help, MR.ApPle.
What do you mean, we?
My friends and allies, my fellow assassins.
Assassins? Mr. Ezio, I need to know more about this organization of yours before making any decisions.
Va bene. I'll tell you whatever you need to know, if it is in my power to tell you. The assassins have a long history. We do not serve kings, nor do we kill for money. We fight for peace, and for the freedom of mankind.
That's very noble of you. I imagine you face many obstructions to that goal. Am I right that these Templars are one of those obstacles?
See, they've long been opposed to us. They prefer to impose their vision of order on others. They will stop at nothing until they control the whole world.
If order is what they're after, this apple does sympathize with them to some extent. There is no such thing as absolute justice, but we can all do our best to pursue it.
No. Nothing of what they do could be called justice. This order they believe in is only a disguise. All they truly desire is control. Their rise to power would be the end of freedom. No one would be spared.
I see.
Ask anything of us, we will do it for you. Anything within our reach.
All right, as Mr. Apple is already deeply involved in this. I must admit, I am curious about his change in appearance. Maybe we will find our answer to that in this secret chamber.
Grazie, amica.
Va bene. Now that we've reached an agreement, allow me to continue studying this manuscript.
I've seen this before.
Signorina Sotheby only borrowed it for us. We'll have to return it soon, so our time is short. Let's get started and see what clues we can find.
this mini game. I can handle I can't make heads or tails of it. Izium, I'm afraid to leap in those keen, all-seeing eyes of yours. Leave it to me. It's X-ray vision time. It's a nice little touch. Hello. Haven't I seen that symbol somewhere before? Exactly like those on the frescoes. This is getting interesting. Quick, let's see what's on the next page. Hooray! I can't wait anymore. One moment. Head. The fact that he's dancing on his head basically is kind of funny to me. And that wasn't me shaking it, that was the thing going crazy when we got closer. Ah, there you are. Strokes and colors look familiar. Now, whose style could this be?
This is most confusing. Almost every fresco has one of these humanoid symbols, each adopting a different pose.
I once read something similar in a detective story. It could be a secret code, used between close friends to encrypt their conversation, like Typhon and Orthrus.
Orthrus? You mean this might be an encrypted version of ancient Greek? The grammar doesn't seem to match.
Mr. Leonardo, we haven't finished. Do you mind?
Uccello. It's Paolo Uccello. The copies cannot recreate every detail of the originals, but still the style makes it self-evident. The perspective is perfect, and the geometric figures are so precise that it almost starts to get dull. There's no doubt. This is Paolo Uccello's work.
What's wrong, Ezio?
I know the name. My mother used to be a patron of his.
What?
I was young when we met. All I remember is that he was a shy man who kept his head low as he worked. He left before what happened to my family. Then we lost touch. I haven't seen him since.
Ezio's mother, La Señora Maria Auditore, is a kind-hearted patrona. She has sponsored many artists, myself included. I never expected Uccello to be involved, though I've heard he was a strange man. He became obsessed with his studies on perspective. Then eventually he disappeared. Not even his family knew where he went. It was declared that he died some time ago, 1475, I believe. But some claim that he is still alive, still painting, scratching out a living somewhere far from civilization.
Hold on. Take a look at the lines in the other frescoes. This bird, its lines are rougher than Uccello's. These were drawn by someone else, an imitator.
You're right. This is a counterfeit.
This apple hadn't expected an assassin to be so cultured, Ezio.
Don't be fooled by his rough exterior, Signore. The Auditores were once one of the great families of Firenze. Not so powerful as the Medicis, but still.
As Leonardo said, my mother has been a patron of many artists, including Uccello. I've seen his work many times on the walls of our home in Monteriggioni.
This is Signore, signori, I believe I may have discovered the location of the hidden chamber.
Goodness me! You figured that out before I could even finish the manuscript.
Mi rincresce, mia signorina. Once I begin, it is hard to stop the mechanisms of my mind. Take a look. It's a copy of the dome's blueprint. I've never seen anything so perfect in its design. The design was inspired by the Pantheon, and Brunelleschi invented the double-layer dome on that basis.
What a genius idea! The two shells serve as a buttress to each other, so that the dome could avoid from collapsing, even at this size.
Precisely! But see here, the tunnel between the two shells is scarcely wide enough for a man to fit through. That is, except for this space below the ribs.
Which means the secret chamber has to be there.
Appunto. But it's no more than an inference for now. We must visit the Duomo to confirm it for ourselves. Ezio, you're familiar with this structure, aren't you? You've been beneath its catacombs.
I am. I have. But the cathedral will be under careful watch by the Templars. I doubt we can slip in undetected. We need another way in.
Don't worry. I have already devised a way. Have you heard of my work there? The Assumption of Mary?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. My sister called me for a second, so I had to step away. A nice thing she did for me, she brought me some lunch. No promptu, no expectations. She brought me some Johnsons. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but they're just a little sandwich place in my area. It's nothing crazy, just a ham sandwich and some chips with the cookie. My sister gets my pickle because I don't care for pickles. I don't care for sour things like that. But anyway, enough about my lunch. Chips in. I'm hungry right now, and I read that as chips. I'm sorry. I don't know why I was reading that as chips and crackers or something, or chips and chatters. Chirps and chatter. Those hinges, they are indeed. They are in need of some refinements, and I need a refreshment.
Is that you, Signore Leonardo? Thank God. I still hadn't truly believed the rumors of your return.
I know. There was some trouble in Milan.
We've heard about the scandal concerning Duke Sforza. How savage.
That's why I came back, with a creative fever inspired by my pains.
Capisco. So, then have you come to finish the Assumption of Mary? It's been 4 years since you left. We've been careful to leave it untouched. Now, by the light of the Lord, you're finally back. We emptied the Duomo as you requested. I promise no one will bother you.
Grazie. I must get to work right away. My inspiration may fade at any moment.
But who are these signorine?
Good day, Father. I'm here as Signore Leonardo's apprentice.
Why... I'm here to evaluate his work for my father, of course.
Allow me to present Father Alberto, Signorina Sotheby Domenico. She's provided huge support for my art career, so to show my gratitude, I've asked her to model.
For the Assumption of Mary? La Signorina is a bit young, don't you think? And not exactly how I had pictured Mary.
Who is the artist, Father? Do not let your mind be so entrenched by outdated styles. When you look for a model, you must focus on their soul, not simply their flesh. You pay too much attention to her appearance, yet neglect what's inside. The Assumption of Mary depicts La Madonna's reception into heaven, not just in body, but in spirit as well. And what do you think best captures that moment, Father?
Huh? Why are you looking at me?
Esatto. That innocence and vitality. She may be a little young, but her spirit is perfect. In fact, it is that innocence which makes her more qualified than anyone. She will be indispensable for my work, for my inspiration, you know?
Oh well. Then I must thank you for your compliments, Signor Leonardo.
You have convinced me once again, Leonardo. Although, something tells me that we should go deeper into this topic. Another time, perhaps. For now, I will trust in your piety and capability. Please, let me know if you need anything else.
As it happens, there is something, Father. You see, I would like to try some new perspective techniques on this work. I know that Paolo Uccello is a master of perspective. Do you have any of his works around?
See, San George and the Dragon, one of his masterpieces.
Ah, but I have already seared this one into my mind. Have you any others?
Yes, there's another fresco in the dome, but it was suspended midway by the sponsor, the Arte della Lana. More than a dozen artisans and artists, including Signore Uccello, the chief painter, participated in this project. But none of them received a single florin for their work. Che Dio li benedica.
Oh, how terrible. Those poor artists. What happened?
This was nearly 20 years ago. I suppose it was simply too expensive. The dome itself is rarely visited. It is only natural that our money go to the central nave, where all the faithful might see it. I should leave you to your work, Signore. Che Dio vi benedica tutti.
They're finally gone. All right, time to start Operation Florence Typhoon! Wait, where's Vertin?
Right behind you.
Oh, where did you go? We're about to get started.
I wanted to make sure that there was no one else in the cathedral before we began. I believe we are alone now. We shouldn't be disturbed for some time.
It's always good to be cautious, Signorina. I should signal Ezio and MR.ApPle now. They've waited long enough.
Is there something wrong, Vertin? You don't look well.
I'm fine. I'm not used to the smells here.
The smells? It's frankincense. And myrrh. Those are the most prominent ones I can detect. I believe there may be some other local florals. I wonder if all the incense is meant to make you dizzy on purpose. What better way is there to see clouds and angels?
That's a clever theory.
But heavy incense can certainly be unpleasant for some people. Oh! But Miss Sotheby has the perfect thing to help! Apply 2 drops just inside your nose, and you should be right as rain.
Thank you.
Ah, the weather is truly lovely today, isn't it? Any sign of the signal yet?
Not yet. There's a window near the reaps. We should be able to sneak in through there.
Marvelous. All that's left to do is to wait for their signal. The sun is so warm and gentle right now. Like sipping a cup of fresh-made Cornish tea. Ouch! A bird! Did it think this apple was a fine-looking snack? It has letters on it. It Nava.
Let me see. It's mirrored font, one of Leonardo's codes. You reverse it to get the true message. Avanti. Action.
Oh, I see. Nothing too complex. But what about this bird?
Another of his bizarre inventions. It has to hit something to stop. You should be thankful. He's improved it from his last design. It used to fly so fast that it would knock you off your feet.
Remarkable. It is an amazing invention. If I were you, I would suggest that he take good care of all his blueprints so they might be passed down in the future.
It wouldn't do any good. His genius may well be forgotten since he guards his ideas so jealously. He writes everything in ciphers like this. He would rather see his work burn than have someone else complete it for him. He won't worry about the future until it comes. That's just his way.
And what about you, Ezio?
I am an assassin. We work in the dark to serve the light. I don't want to be remembered.
That sounds lonely. Do you mind if I ask something? You've avoided speaking about your family. It sounds like something terrible happened. Are they why you became an assassin?
It is a long story. My father and brothers were killed by the Templars. I was only 17. So much has changed since then. I've changed.
I'm terribly sorry, Ezio. Forgive me. I should never have brought it up.
It's not your fault. It was 3 in the morning. I placed their bodies on a boat, performed their last rites, and then lit their pyre. I watched as it drifted away down the Arno. The pride of the auditores. Yet I couldn't even bury them properly. All I could do was keep my enemies' names in mind. Fieri di Pazzi, Francesco di Pazzi, Uberto Alberti. I took their lives. Every last one of them. I don't think I've told anyone that for a long time.
I can't imagine the pain. Not to mention how hard it must have been to overcome it.
I didn't. You don't overcome that sort of pain. No. I took it in, and made it part of myself. I feel it again, raw and new. Every time I draw my blade. It's always there, guiding me from each target to the next.
But you said that assassins only kill for a just cause. Isn't that just killing for revenge?
Revenge can be a just cause if it rights injustice. I have to believe that. Someone's here.
Cazzo! The whole Duomo has been blocked for some honored guest. Even Signore Rodrigo can't get us in. I didn't know it sunk this low.
What are we even on the lookout for? Some kind of apple? Is it related to the relics?
What now?
A poison arrow.
What? Assassin! Assassin over here!
Well, that wasn't quite what I was expecting. So again, I'm not familiar with the Assassin's Creed franchise, so I can't really speak for the character, but I can kind of understand where... Well, I wouldn't quite say I understand where he's... But I understand what he's trying to say here. To have your family destroyed like that, that's not the sort of thing that people walk away from easily.
It's newly made this another jar?
And I think I understand why he says like he has to believe in his thing about revenge being justified if it's for just cause,
Got you.
or if it's right to injustice. Part of it is probably because
Let's give
like
it over
if he doesn't believe in that, then he has essentially just broken the assassin's code and nothing injustice.
You will pay for this.
In which case he is no better than the people who ended his family. But
Warning, warning. The puppy is fleeing the
But I
scene
truly do
at
believe
its
that in the end, if you
maximum
do
speed.
something out of revenge, it's not going to make things better. And once it's done, what are you going to do after that? Enzo is, in this case, he is trying to actually just fill that void left behind by joining the assassins and do what he can to make his home or his family a better place. But it can only go so
That
far.
should be the last one. But the Templars will be on high alert. We need to hurry.
Si, signore. it's dusty in here. Are you sure this is the right way, Ezio?
It's the only one that isn't crawling with Templars, so it has to be.
I guess that's a good point.
Look, There's light ahead.
Oh, who would have guessed? A secret tunnel.
Let's go, amico.
The brick patterning. It's like nothing I've ever seen before.
We call it the spina di pesce, herringbone, another of Brunelleschi's innovations. I know next to nothing about architecture, but Leonardo would say it helps to carry the weight of the dome.
That makes perfect sense. The diagonal arrangement must prevent them from shifting under the immense weight. A positively genius design. And to realize it, the bricks must have been layered with incredible precision. That would explain why it took so long to complete. 16 years. I'm certain it must have been exciting to witness its completion after so much time. Brunelleschi, Leonardo, Uccello. Your hometown is full of amazing people, Ezio. This apple wishes he had been born here.
There is no city quite like Firenze.
What's wrong?
There's something on the wall.
These appear to be the same symbols from the manuscript.
Then we're on the right path.
Look, another symbol over there.
We must be close. Avanti.
So, this is the secret chamber.
Okay, so we're making progress there. Almost there to the secret chamber. We're about halfway done with a special event. Mainly what happens after this is the unlocking hard mode and then the side, a bunch of side stuff. So I'll do that off screen to collect all the resources I can and go from there. Excuse me. But in the meantime, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified new videos when they come out. Share a comment if you enjoyed, or just need a bit of background noise in life. In the next episode, for this episode, comment down below. What is your opinion on a lot of these like little hidden passageways? Because it doesn't make a lot of sense when you think about it. Because for a lot of places back then, they always had to have some kind of fear of like raiders, invaders, etc. And would always prepare basically a back door for emergencies. So I just find that kind of little thing cool. You don't see it as much nowadays, mainly if you're only in the, like, super wealthy or certain, you know, people. I won't say names, but yeah. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Remember to have a good day, evening, or something for watching this, and remember to be kind, track race and Umar, and I'll see you next episode. Until then, it's been Starborn Feline signing off for now, saying goodbye.